Okay, great. You're gonna start.
I am? Okay,
Yes.
cool. You recording?
I am.
All right, we're recording. Yay! Hi,
Yay.
everyone. Welcome to another edition of whatever we're calling this, because it was monthly Q&A, now it's bi-monthly Q&A, or semi-monthly. No, it's bi. It's bi.
Oh, good for it.
But yeah, welcome. Hope you all are having a good Saturday, and we are just going to jump right in. So I guess I'll take the first question.
Yes, you will.
Which one do I want? All right, so from Ricey Hot, who, if anyone, in universe, composed the theme song Hero Blast through his Gundam? Did he just do it himself? Did one of the doctors? So I'm not sure that I have a perfect answer for this, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it was one of the doctors. I'm going to say that Dr. Dre did it because we named him Dr. Dre. He should have some sort of musical talent, and I'm sure that he did it to motivate the pilot that he was training, because I don't think Hiro has the talent to make that, but he certainly loves it. So I'm going to say that it was a gift to him from Dr. Dre. That is now canon. Blue, you want to take one?
Yes. Hi, Android 21. Android 21.
Oh, hey, Android 21. Hello.
Android 21 just joined, and I was looking at my icon as I was talking, and she took my spot, so I went away. I thought I just dropped the call, and I was like, fuck, our internet just went out. Uh-oh.
That'd be bad.
That would be bad. I would join on my phone, and it would sound like trash. All right, so the next question, since poor Manny never got a question answered, I'm going to give one right now from Manny. If you two were Haro, I know it's pronounced Haro, I'm smart, what color would you be? You may not choose your name, of course. All right. Mine's gonna be gray.
What? That's cheating.
No, it's not. I'm gray now.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be blue because that would be easy.
I think it looks nice.
No, blue sucks.
I'm blue now. No, I changed my mind. I'm blue now.
You can't be.
Yes, I am. Light blue.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a nice, not overly saturated violet. I think that would look nice.
I want to put you in a locker aggressively.
No, I changed my answer. Orange. I love orange, like a teak orange.
You do love orange.
I do love orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors.
Your favorite Lieutenant character is orange.
Oh yeah, my favorite Lieutenant character is Shuri, the one with the orange hair.
And the ball. All right. Next question.
Okay, I guess I'll take one. From a bunch of kanji, so I'm not sure what your name is. Sorry.
Try. No, go ahead and try.
I can't try. You know what? I can put it into Google Translate.
Yes, do that.
Okay.
I'll entertain him while you do that.
Okay.
This is a song that I just made, and it's bad. It's not going on the radio. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this and the highlights.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Good job. Saryu, I think is how you pronounce that. Saryu?
Okay. Thank you for trying.
Yeah. Points. Okay, so the question was, have you read the Gundam Wing Dual Story G-Unit manga? Yes, we have, and we actually have a vague plan on how to incorporate it later. No spoilers on that, but obviously there's no animation for it. We would have to figure out something, but we do plan on bringing them into it. But yeah, it's a fun little side story.
We've both read it, and I have, I think, all of the Gunpla that was made for the G units for the side story. I think I found them all. But yeah, it was a fun little story.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I forgot. That's already been referenced in one of our Discord videos.
He was one of the people on the side, right?
No, his friend was his lady love interest friend, whose name I'm forgetting. Green probably knows.
Yeah, I don't remember the names other than Odin off the top of my head.
Odin from Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah. All right, you take one.
My next one, the most important question I've ever seen in one of these, from
Oh,
Lock
God.
on Stratos. How is Brutus doing? I don't know. Let me see.
Oh,
Hey.
God.
Hey. How you doing, buddy? He's upset because he was asleep and I just picked him up. Mwah. He's good. And since that was short, I will do another question.
You're so weird.
I know. So this is a genuinely awesome question from Knight. question for the two of you: who's the biggest nerd with the topic of Star Wars?
Ooh.
So it depends on how you define nerd, because I have a lot of lightsabers, and I've used them more than I should have. I have also played every Star Wars game that has come out post N64, because there was a bunch of Atari shit I didn't have.
You've played Knights of the Old Republic?
I have. Both of them.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. I owned it on my in high school when I bought an original Xbox for some reason, and basically only played that in Halo. And then also I've seen all the movies, and unlike a lot of people, I enjoyed watching the prequels.
I feel like that takes points away.
No, because they have the most amount of lightsabers. There were so many lightsabers in Episode 2. Granted, most of them like died immediately, but they had them.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to have to concede because I have not played nearly as many video games. I have played quite a few, but my big thing was the comics. I actually was able to get a lot of them straight from the Dark Horse Factory because we're actually near that. And I think I own basically every trade of Star Wars that Dark Horse ever published before Marvel took over. I got really into all of that extra lore outside of the movies because honestly, the original trilogy is all nostalgic. The prequels weren't that good, and the sequels weren't that good. So my whole nerdum goes into those comics that are now, I guess, not canon except when they want it to be. So since I don't own a lightsaber, I will concede Blue is the bigger Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I have one that's like meant to hit shit with, and it is a double-sided lightsaber because I'm cool as hell, and I can also split it apart and throw it to a friend so we can have a lightsaber fight. So again, it all boils down to how you define nerd, because I like lightsabers, and Gray doesn't like the movies. So,
Okay, when you put it that way, you win.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, let's see. What do I want? Okay, here's an easy one from Hobbs.
The Virgin lightsaber versus the Chad laser blade.
Okay, so the easy one from Hobbs. I'll take a couple quick ones.
Okay.
Will DK Intern return in any future episodes of Gundam Wing Abridged? It is Mobile Suit Abridged, but yes.
You.
I'm just saying there was a Gundam Wing Abridged 10 years ago.
We
It's
are
different.
Mobile Suit Abridged. You're correct.
But yes. Not in the immediate future, I don't think, but he's not dead. He's not going away. I'm going to bring him back at some point. Then this one from Reen, lizard or monkey? Monkey. I know that Godzilla is stronger. I don't care. I'm voting monkey. And the movie was good, actually. I saw it. It was a little trippy and a little dumb at parts, but you saw a giant monkey and a giant lizard fight. It was pretty cool. I liked it.
I'm gonna watch it soon with Gray. Maybe we should make that a movie night Mondays if we could swing that. Not the video. I mean, like here in the Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But obviously, you gotta
HBO
pick
Max.
monkey. Like, yeah, I know Godzilla's bigger and can shoot lasers and has more fights and but that is it's a big fucking monkey, my guy. And I'm about that, so monkey.
And then I'll take one more, because I actually, I kind of like this question. It's from Killer Muffins. Gundam Wing has a lot of A++ female characters. What steps do you take in the writing process to tap into that kind of strong characterization?
That's a fun one.
It is, because this was always one thing that I worried about since the two writers for the show are male. And we come from the same home and everything. Right. So, I think I overall put a lot more time and emphasis into our female characters because I want to make sure that we aren't going into any sort of negative trope or even positive trope. I want them to be strong characters in their own right and not just the backup to a male character, because that also does happen sometimes within the show. But one of the big things is we ask the actors who play them questions about how they kind of see their character. I think it's important to get that perspective, and sometimes they've brought up valid points where, like, you know what, yeah, that actually does sound better, and then we kind of change the script on the fly because we think that they kind of understand how they would talk better, and they kind of help with, how can we make sure that they are the focal point of this scene and not just in the background. Since the main characters of the show are the Gundam pilots, who are all male, we want to make sure that they don't, overshadow them. So in instances where it's Sally and Wu Fei, we don't want it to be all about Wu Fei. When it's Relena and Hiro, we want to make sure that Relena is an important part of the scene and a focal part of the scene whenever it's important. So we give them a lot more care, I think, because we sort of want to make sure that we do right by them, and we're going to continue doing that through the show, make sure that they don't become background characters.
And something that really helps is a lot of times whenever we write a scene in which one of our female characters is one of the focal point, we kind of have a sort of good cop, bad cop approach to each other whenever we have the scene. One of us, not like we assign it, but one of us will play the one side and say, I think this isn't done correctly. And then the other one will say, well, no, I think it is, and we kind of debate from there. Lady Un at first was a lot of debating on that because it was too easy to just make her subordinates not respect her, because that's just YouTube jokes. But then as we started thinking about it, we're like, well, wait, isn't that just undermining her for no reason? Shouldn't they treat her with authority? And then once we started debating that, that's when her character kind of started to flesh out, because the jokes were jokes and not just har she doesn't have respect.
You can kind of see a change in episode 4, because that was when we talked about that. There were large portions of episode 4 that we rewrote because we felt like we were kind of taking away her authority, and not in the post threatening a colony way, but just no one was respecting her, and that wasn't something that ever happened to Zex or Treize. So why would we do it to Un? So there are certain things like that where we have to kind of retrain our brains in the certain types of media that we've taken in through our whole lives. And I'm glad that people seem to like that. I'm glad that it seems to be working, and we want to keep doing that.
I'm going to take a couple now for questions. Here's one from Young Kaiser. Christmas or Halloween? Let the war begin. I'm not sure there's a war, because I think we both agree on this. There might be a war in the comments or whatever, but me personally, I love Christmas. I am all for Christmas. And before I rant about that, Gray, what's your answer?
My answer is Christmas, but I don't think it's as large of a disparity as it is for you. I like both, but there's just more to Christmas. Now, the music goes on way too long. Yes, it does. I don't actually enjoy putting up Christmas stuff because it's just going to sit around until February until we finally take it down. Halloween is more of put it up and then take it down the next day. But overall, I mean, it has to be Christmas. You don't have a big Halloween meal. I don't know. It's Christmas for me.
This is kind of cheesy, but being 100% honest here, my feelings on Christmas changed over the years as it did with Halloween. Halloween became less of an event and more just a one-night party thing. But Christmas, when I was a kid, I obviously was so excited about the toys I wanted. I had this whole list. Oh my God, which one am I going to get? And then as I turned into an adult and got a job and had my own money, I was actually so much more excited to get people I loved gifts. Every time Christmas rolls around, I am so ready. I got gifts for Gray, I got gifts for Jack, I got gifts for Jack's fiance, I got gifts for my mom, for my dad. I love handing people gifts on Christmas because I'm it's the time of year that A, it's snowing, B, Santa's doing shit, C, the music is rocking no matter what Gray thinks, and D, I love you. And I love Christmas.
Yeah, we plan on doing Christmas movies in the future, releasing things on Christmas. It's just been so far we've always been behind on an episode and didn't want to take away from that to make a Christmas special. But once we have a better rollout where we have stuff coming out more regularly, we'll definitely be doing Christmas stuff. I think Blue will really like that.
Yeah.
All right. Next question to keep us going. Let's go with... Here's one from Hobbs. Question for Gray. Previously in the Discord, you mentioned what you thought Blue's Rushmore was. Who would make up your personal Rushmore? I really should have come into this question prepared, but I didn't. Let's see. Blue, do you want to guess what my Rushmore would be, or should I just start saying names?
Fuck me. Gray looked at the spot and was like, hey, little brother, let me set you right there. Okay, no, I should know this because I listened to you. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but I can definitely name some characters that Gray adores. Most of them are from Resident Evil, so I'm only going to try to pick one.
Yeah, only one Resident Evil.
Well, then it's gotta be Chris Redfield because Gray absolutely loves Jill Valentine, but Chris Redfield fucked up that boulder, and he really liked that.
He punched his own face into Rushmore. You are correct. Chris Redfield is one.
He punched his way on there. He deserved it. And then another character. It's hard because you don't talk about this character a lot, but you absolutely adore the series, and I've heard you break down more scenes that he has been in than other ones. I would say probably Kenshin Himura.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah,
that's one.
Kenshin would go on there, and then Hawk. Duh.
Yep.
Hawk is going on there. And here's the hard one. Also, Hawk's from Dragon Age 2, if you don't know.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Dragon Age 2 is quite possibly my favorite game. I know that people are going to question my opinions when I say that, but I love that game, and Hawk is my favorite player character. He knows everything about Dragon Age 2 despite never, like, playing that much of it, because I have just told him everything about it.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, you're 3 for 3.
The fourth one is hard because there's a bunch of different options, because you really do like female Shepard, but Shepard is a character that, much like Hawk, is like, I don't know, it can be a bunch of different people, and also unfortunately has had a bunch of games to where the personality can really waver. I don't think Femshep's going to be one of them, but I know you really like her. You also really like Android 18, but I think that's just like from a nostalgia point. I don't think you actually would put her on there. Nathan Spencer is not one of them, but you do really like him.
He is not.
He is not.
But you get bonus
love the
points.
Game. You know, I think
Bionic Commando is a good game. It's not a great game. It's a good game. I will die on this hill.
I think I might have to tap out. But you know what? I'm just gonna fucking say Knights. Knights deserves it. Go up there, Knights. Get on up there, champ.
You know what? I'll give you Knights. I'll give you Knights. That's fine. The funny thing is, I knew for certain Chris and Hawk were going up, and then it kind of became, you know, other characters. Would I put up Daredevil or the Flash? Would I put up Kenshin or the Major? Like there are a bunch of them, but I'm gonna say Chris Redfield, Himura Kenshin, Hawk, and I'm gonna say Daredevil.
Ah, fuck me! Why didn't I say that?
Like it's kind of a fight between Flash and Daredevil for who is my favorite hero, but but I edited that so much. The character though, I think Matt Murdock is like my favorite comic book character, and comics have been so influential on me that I have to put up someone from comics, and he would definitely be my pick. So yeah, good question. I liked answering that one, even though Blue kind of answered it.
Hey, you know what? You guessed my Rushmore, so clearly I had to.
You did a very good job. Proud of you.
I'm dabbing. You can't see it, but I am.
Oh God.
So the next question I want to do, Hobbs, you're killing it. This is a cute one. I like this. For Blue, what do you think Gray's favorite game is? For Gray, what do you think Blue's favorite game is? And to Blue and Gray, what are your favorite games?
So that's not fair because I just said what my favorite game is.
You know I was going to say that anyway.
I know, but now you have to guess the second favorite game.
Resident Evil 5, I know you.
Okay, third favorite game.
Fuck!
You know, I actually don't know what my third favorite. Those were my two favorites, though.
Yeah.
So now I have to guess your favorite game?
Yeah.
I don't know, that kind of changes. Favorite game ever.
Smiles at you.
Oh man, like I could throw up an easy top 10, but favorite game ever.
Honestly, I think you should follow your gut because I think you can figure it out. The two come to mind immediately.
Well, one of them that comes to mind immediately is Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst.
Yep, that. I think that's a third though. It's close.
Yeah.
I love Phantasy Star, but there are two that beat it out.
I just figured there were a lot of memories with that one.
There is.
Then after that, it would have to be Sonic Generations or Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
So Sonic can't be both, so it's a tie between those. Either one of them. I played both of them the same amount. We'll say Generations. I will give you a hint. The actual numero uno is released recently, and I played it a lot.
So it's Monster Hunter World? Or
That-
Resident Evil 2?
Resident Evil 2.
Nice!
Yeah, Monster Hunter World, that would probably beat PSO just because it's such a well-made game, but my favorite game of all time is Resident Evil 2 Remake because I just love it that much.
I knew you loved it. I didn't know it was the favorite of all time.
It's so
that's high
good!
praise.
I could go
It
on for
is.
hours about it, but that's not why they're here.
No, it's not.
So
Let's do another question.
Let's do another one that I'm going to find. Right now, here it comes. Here's the one that I'm going to do right now.
Great stalling.
Yeah, I
no
know.
one noticed.
Hey, Jack! Dang it, he's busy. Favorite pro voice actor was just asked by Young Kaiser, and honestly, I want to do that one. Oh my god! He just scared the shit out of me by coming up behind me and going, "What's up?" Hey, can you check the thermostat for me?
Yeah, sure. He's the perfect soldier.
He is the perfect shoulder.
He's the perfect shoulder to lean on.
I want to know what temperature it is. 68. So there's a question from Grim that says, how cold is it? It's 68 degrees. Thanks, Jack.
Man, so close to being nice.
Almost nice. I'll try to get a little warmer. So wait, wasn't I just asking one before he scared
You
the
were
shit out of
saying
me?
favorite pro voice actor.
Favorite pro voice
Because we
actor.
talk a lot about voice actors.
Yeah, favorite pro voice actor is actually really hard because I swear every time I point at someone and say that one's my favorite, they go and do something shitty. Like Vic Mignogna as Broly was one that I absolutely love, and recently he did really well as Rohan in the Part 4 dub, but he's not great, so I'm not gonna say that one. And Sean Schimmel, I adore his Goku and all the voice acting he does, but he's just kind of mean. I don't know.
Let's just go on the art itself. Who is your favorite?
Honestly, I would, out of nowhere, I know I didn't mention him, but I'd probably say Steve Blummery, because he impresses me the most. It happens more often than not that I hear his voice, or I look up a voice actor and go, "That's him!" Like that guy from Asura's Wrath. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And that's probably my favorite voice actor. That's the one I notice the most and the one I'm often impressed by the most.
That's a good answer. I mean, he's in basically everything, but there are so many things where you didn't realize that he was in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very impressive. Nolan North is very much like that too, where you're like, oh, him? Huh. I have a lot of favorites, but I guess if I had to pick a single favorite, who would it be? You know, I had all that time while you were answering to think, and I couldn't determine one because I love Roger Craig Smith. I love.
He won't stop believing us. He's not Chris. He's not Sonic. He's not Captain America.
He keeps getting recast. I don't understand. But I guess I'll go with. I don't know. I really like Jennifer Hale. You know, I'm going to say Laura Bailey. I don't think Laura Bailey has ever been cast as something that I thought there was a poor performance, because sometimes you have, bad direction or things like that, but every single thing that I have heard her in, I very much enjoyed her character.
Well,
so
that's amazing,
while
because
sometimes
she voiced Angela in Resident Evil Degeneration.
Yeah, she did. She sometimes gets cast, and Steve Bloom kind of has this too, where they'll get cast just for their voice, so they don't get to vary it much, because they cast them for, hey, can you just do your normal speaking voice? It's a good voice. But then she has the same thing where she'll show up and things, and I'm like, wait, that's her? So Catherine, when I played the remake, remaster, whatever, of Catherine, and I was curious who voiced the C Catherine, I learned that was Laura Bailey, and I was like, really? Her? And then I kept listening, and only a couple times can I hear, oh yeah, that's her voice. So I'm just going to say Laura Bailey. That's a hard question. It would probably change if you ask me every day.
All right, now it's your turn to pick a question. I think I hogged it for a while.
My turn. Okay, let's see.
Reed said, this is Richard Epcar, Erasure. We both love him.
Oh, we didn't say Richard Epcar.
We both love him.
We suck.
Yeah.
Richard Epcar, my favorite Richard Epcar character is actually Seijiro Hiko from Kenshin. He's perfect.
He is.
I love him. Okay, so let's see. This one is from Minnie. Hi guys.
Minnie.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just Manny.
Manny.
Hope you're having a good day. Here's my question. How did you guys soundproof your recording booth, or are planning to, in case you guys are in the progress of building one? So we actually, for the most part, use a local recording studio that was actually right next to where I used to live, like walking distance. We happened to find it through a mutual friend who did a podcast there. We love the guy who runs the place, and he loves us. He's been very supportive, and even though it does cost money to use, our capers over on Patreon kind of pay for that to happen, which is really nice. We do plan on making our own studio at some point, and we'll kind of use his expertise for how to soundproof it. But honestly, the way that we keep our audio quality up is we go to an already made booth with someone in the other booth handling the sound for us. So all I have to do is direct. It's very convenient, and I would highly recommend anyone who wants to get into voice acting or directing their own shows, try and seek out something like that, because the audio quality really does give a good first impression to people who might click on your stuff. Then once you kind of learn how that works, go and make your own, which is what we'll be doing. But that'll probably happen, I would say, next year, whenever we are doing things more regularly.
Oh, I want to take a short second to update everyone here, and I'll probably move this to the front of the highlights. But I just wanted to let you all know the status of what you are waiting for, which is episode 10 of Mobile Suit Abridged, Gundam Wing. Not Gundam Wing Abridged. I believe that episode 10 has been out for years. So we are currently moving, not very far, in the same city, just moving houses, and it should be a relatively easy process, but that's gonna be kind of our time. And then after that, we're going to focus full heart on 10. It's in a good place. It's not 100% scripted because Gray and I keep moving scenes around, not sure 100% how we like it. We really want it to be perfect, like we always fucking do. But we have a fair amount of it recorded. We like how it's coming out. It's coming along just fine, and there's progress daily. But the reason it's not happening soon is because we're moving.
Like you said, we have multiple parts recorded, and I've actually started putting up some of the edits on Patreon for any of our capers who want to check that out. There'll be more coming soon. In fact, I think I have one of the scenes, like a minute-long scene, about done that I might show next week. I'm not sure. But as we're in the moving process, I'm not going to have my computer for a bit, which will kind of get in the way. It'll be coming soon. We just don't know yet. Once I have everything recorded and we're moved, then I can give like an actual date and say like, okay, here's where I think I can get it done by. But we want to get it done soon, and we want to continue Mobile Suit Abridged immediately after that by working on episode 11 and not having to wait a year for that. I think now that the world is kind of coming back to normal and our actors all can record again, we'll be able to hit the ground running once that comes out. All right. I'm going to take two from Young Kaiser because they're back-to-back, and I like them both. So one is, have you read the Rurouni Kenshin manga, and if you did, what did you think of the answer Kenshin found in the end? So I'm not going to actually talk about any story spoilers because I'm trying to get Blue to read it. So I'm not going to answer that. I'll do that later whenever he's read it. But I have read the Kenshin manga. In fact, the Kenshin manga is what got me into manga. When I was, 14 or something, I finished the show, but the later episodes all kind of were terrible. After Shishio, wasn't fun to watch anymore. I looked into it and I learned that manga were actually separate from anime and not just the same. And I was like, oh, really? So I went to, I think it was Barnes and Noble where I lived, and just bought the rest of the manga after Shishio, and I read it all in a weekend, I think. And I loved it. I love the Jinchu arc. I would love to talk about it, but only after Blue reads it. So please, everyone in our Discord, peer pressure Blue to read the end of Kenshin for me.
Nah, I tell you what, I'll make a dumb bet with Reen, and if I lose, I'll read all of Kenshin.
Reen, you better win that bet. So now the second question about the show is which which part out of any of the episodes of the Abridged series was the hardest for you guys to edit in terms of visual or audio design? Audio was really hard at the beginning because I had no idea what I was doing. You can definitely tell when you watch our TIBA or episode 1. There's a lot of audio mixing that I just did poorly. I would like to redo that at some time, especially with anytime you have music, sound effects, and someone talking over the speaker. It's very hard to make all of those sound correct. But with the visual edits, I think the hardest one was probably putting Hiro over Wu Fei when they were talking outside of Troa's circus. What made that hard particularly, because, doing the actual edit itself was difficult, but the source footage itself, sometimes old animes have like a little jittering where the color might change or the placement might change. That happened really hard throughout that scene, where the whole frame is jumping and the colors shift midway through. I thought it would be easier when we wrote Hiro out there, and after I actually had to do it, I'm like, why did we write this? I hate this so much. It was not a fun edit. I'm glad that we did it, but that was probably, I think, the single scene that was hardest for us.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, you take one.
I will take one. Here I go, taking one. So here's actually a big one that I think is fun. It's got a couple questions for us from a user with a long username, and check this shit, I'm about to say it. I swear I won't trip at all. Kaosu no Hoshi Shirogane Kishi.
I'm sure you mispronounce it, but good job.
I'm gonna act like I didn't.
Gold star.
To quote a certain charismatic being of all things gentleman qualities with an even more marvelous cape, is all still going according to plan. Sounds of cape flapping in the wind. And then there are other questions for both of us in the same mission.
I see it.
Is all still according to plan? How broad, much like everything that guy says.
Well, I think we kind of answered it before with the moving and everything. The show is still going according to plan, but plans constantly change. Remember that this is not our full-time job. We each have full-time jobs. All of our actors have full-time jobs. We would like to sometime make YouTube our job, but right now we're not at that point, so it's always secondary. It's stuff that we do in our free time when we can. But as far as like the show still going on, yeah, I'd say it's going according to plan as soon as we finish moving.
Mm-hmm. And then to Blue,
flap, 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 flap,
flap, flappity, flap, flap. To Blue, throughout this entire bridge, what would you say your greatest achievement and what would you say is your greatest achievement in presenting in this masterpiece? Presenting. If we're talking my greatest gift to the series, I would probably say Zex's line, "I'm unfamiliar with that model."
Yep.
Gray has quoted that so much to where I don't think a single joke I've written in the show has lived up to that yet.
When he came up with it, I just kind of rolled over laughing. It was we were staying with our parents around that time for holidays or something, I don't know, but we just put it up on Hulu, and I said, can you help me kind of figure out how to do this scene, because I feel like we really want to start Noin and Zex off on the right path, and he wrote it, and then I just read it, and I just kind of died laughing, and I kind of use that as a bar for every joke we write afterwards. I love that joke.
I'm glad. And if it's not strictly related to Gundam Wing, I would say the best thing I've ever done for the show is editing Vegeta's hair to be his proper hair in GT. That's so funny to me. And I don't think there was a single comment on that video that said that we did that, but that means we did a good job.
It was very important that we fixed his hair.
Yeah. Okay, so now...
Okay, so then this one says to Gray, how fun was it to have Hiroyui sing all the greatest hits in every Smack of That album presented? So for me, it was very fun. For Paprika Jack, I'm not sure that it was as fun.
I don't know if it was fun.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I bought him dinner afterwards. But it was fun because I actually love musical comedy, but here's the problem. I'm not a musician, so it's kind of hard to do that. So getting to record it, listening to it, because with COVID, we actually don't get in the room with them. We are from outside, so I don't actually get to even see him singing, I just hear it in the headset. And it was so hard not to laugh every single time he started singing. And then putting it together was just fun because there wasn't all the pressure of it being an episode. There was no plot. It was just like, let's just make something and be goofy with it. It was one of the most fun videos that we've made, actually, for me in the process.
And then, kind of off topic, but Gray, do you remember what Mark said whenever Jack first got in the booth to record that? Didn't he say something like, "Oh, you're in the shitter now"?
No, I think he said, "You're fucked now."
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Sweet old stoner man Mark, who has never said anything mean. First thing he says to Jack when he gets in the booth is, "Oh, you're fucked now."
I gave him a list of the songs we were doing so that he knew what to fast forward to and back to try and make it easier. So he saw the full list, and as soon as he went in the booth, "Oh, you're fucked now."
Love him.
Yeah, it was great.
To both, what would you say is your biggest challenge in this line of production for finding the right balance of crazy to the right energy of what the fuck did we get ourselves into here? Lol. Can you start?
Well, first it was paying for it. I had to upgrade my PC, I had to get a better software, and we had to pay money every time we recorded, and then each time we recorded there was something I didn't like, so we had to re-record. That was hard at first. Our Patreon makes that much more manageable. I actually got a better GPU so that editing now, like rendering is in real time. I can actually see it without having to mix it down every time, so all of that is nice. I would say the biggest challenge is simply dedicating your free time to it. Like, for anyone who doesn't have like a pet project or a project of love that they do, every time that you get off work, then you have to convince yourself to work again. You put in an 8 to 10 hour day, then you get home, you would like to relax, but it's no, I gotta make episode 10. So then you like get an energy drink or something and get to work. I think that is by far the hardest challenge. Even when it's fun, it's just a matter of like, you just worked all week. Are you really going to continue to work on this? That's the thing that you have to fight the most. And I think that is a big reason why a lot of Abridged series don't move past their like first, second, third episode, is because you start to realize just how much work it is, and it's hard to commit. I think that is the biggest challenge.
Mm-hmm. I'd say the second biggest challenge is probably condensing the shit show that is Mobile Suit Abridged Gundam, or Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. Because as we're getting into the more meat of the series, that's actually part of the thing I was saying with moving events around. Is I don't know if y'all know this about Gundam Wing, but a lot happens in quick succession. So deciding what to cut and deciding what to keep, we a lot of time, especially on Gray's end, goes into that. I'd say that's probably one of the second hardest things, is making this already condensed series more condensed without making feel like it's going too fast.
And making sure that we set up for later. That's part of the problem with episode 10 is we need to get them to space, and there's a lot that happens in space. So it becomes a question of what do we have happen now, what do we have happen later, because we're telling everything out of order, but it still needs to make sense. So anytime you make a large change to an episode, the next episode and the next episode after that, it's a domino effect, and you have to always keep that in mind. Otherwise, you're going to have contradictions, and I hate, like, contradicting yourself in your own work. So we always try not to do that.
Absolutely. There is a gigantic oversight and contradiction in our Mobile Suit Abridged Gundam Wing, and I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want y'all making fun of us for it. But
someone's already found it in the comments before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gray already knows. And every time I think about that, that's what spurs me to triple check the script, is because I'm like, I swear to God, I hate that we did that. And if we ever make a Blu-ray HD re-release, I'm fixing that shit.
All right,
so
we're up to 45 minutes now,
Yeah.
so why don't we do some quick ones and finish this out?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take let's see. From Giyu, Eurofighter Typhoon. Who in your opinion is better, Pyra or Mithra? I have not played Xenoblade, so I'm gonna go with Pyra just because she has red hair. That's all I got.
I've only played Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I've had enough people yell at me for that I'm gonna keep it that way. But if I had to pick, I'd probably say Pyra because she's red. That's a cool color.
Oh, we didn't do any YouTube questions.
Oh,
Let's do some YouTube questions.
Yeah,
Forgot
rip
about
those
those.
out.
Okay, so first one from Shane Wright. What does everyone do to unwind and relax after an intense recording or editing session? So recording, we drink water and go home because
Hell yeah.
those are long and difficult. Editing, I usually pull up Gears of War and turn off my mind for a little bit going into ranked or horde. That is my like ultimate relaxer. Blue, what's yours?
Usually video games. Like my taste moves around a lot, especially if I have friends. Like right now, Monster Hunter World and Phantasy Star Online 2, or Monster Hunter Rise. God, I've said World for so many years. But usually it's games. Games are how we zone out.
Yep.
But yeah, directly after a recording, it's dinner and water.
Yeah, especially if we, Blue and I, are doing recording, because we also have to talk the entire time as directors. So if we direct the entire time and then go in, for instance, in episode 8 when Wu Fei screams for a whole bit, I stupidly did that before directing the other people, so my voice was just kind of shot the whole time. It was difficult. Okay, so next question from Mariana Sanchez. Do you not agree that Hero singing Bring Me to Life by Evanescence would have been an amazing addition to the playlist? I do agree. It was actually on our list, but we took it off because we tried to take off anything that would work better as a duet or group, because we didn't plan in advance to have a bunch of people come in and record, and we thought that would be one that would be funnier if, like, he was doing the wake me up while, like, Relina sang or something. Yeah, so that was actually on the list. We have a bunch of them, like Backstreet Boys and stuff like that if we do it again in the future, we'll probably bring in other people. This one from...
But don't get excited, it's going to be a while. Don't expect that.
Yeah, I made a promise to Hero's voice actor, Paprika Jack, that I would not make him sing for the rest of Season 1. We'll see if I hold myself to that.
You better. That poor guy.
Next one from Kanda Bear. What figures, trinkets, or special things you have on your desk or workspace? So since we're moving, a lot of them have actually been taken off. But my desk at home that I always work from, and I'm going entirely by memory here. We'll see if I'm right when I get home. But you know those little finger puppet Pokemon things? I forget what they're actually called. I got my entire Pokemon Silver team, and I have those sitting directly underneath my monitor. And then I have a tiny Wing 01 and a tiny Tallgeese. And then I have a tiny Android 18 kissing Krillin's cheek that's only like an inch tall. I forget where I even got it. It just appeared on my desk one day. And then I have Bardock and Gine. Those are the... Oh, and the last thing I have is a Resident Evil 5 snow globe that is filled with sand and is really cheap. It barely even looks like Chris and Sheva in it, but I have it, and that's what's important.
Yes, he
Blue?
does. So I have two different desks, one at home and one at work. At work, I have a two little off-brand, I guess, knockoffs that I got from the store in our local mall that sells nothing but Japanese knockoffs, apparently, of Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue from the movie Resurrection F that I've had for years, and they both have like painting issues on them. I don't know, they're cute. I have them. They're there. And then I also have a framed picture of Brutus that I've had for years, and every time Gray comes over, he comes over and he's like, why is that still there? My desk for OPMeat at home, I have in the same exact make as Gray's Wing and Tallgeese. I have a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I have a red Charmeleon, my favorite Pokemon, and I have a little Sonic in his car from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing.
Oh yeah, you do have that. I forgot about that.
Hell yeah.
Okay, the last YouTube question is from Muhammad Asaleh. Will we get to see Evil Catra, and what is it going to be like? Yes, you will. I will not tell, because that is a spoiler. I have very specific ideas on what will happen when Catra goes insane, but I am not sharing any of them. Sorry.
Spoiler alert, he's gonna go insane.
He is. He is going to go insane. I want to do a couple quick ones for the Discord before we end, so let's just kind of fly through these.
Okay.
One from Grim. What would your ideal Toonami lineup be? My personal one would be Kenshin, Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, Dragon Ball Z, and Gundam Wing. What would yours be?
Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5.
That's cheating.
No, it's not.
Okay.
What else do I watch?
I'll let that go. And then this other one from Grim. One of the major criticisms against Wing is the heavy reliance on stock footage. How troubling and restrictive have you found this? And what characters or mecha do you particularly wish you had more animation to work with?
Oh, sweetie.
It is actually quite difficult because we are reorganizing things, and you realize just how much reused stock footage there is whenever in the same episode you basically have that one shot of, like, for instance, Death Scythe turning around and poking a Leo with the end of his scythe and then turning and like that happens like 4 times in the opening episodes of the shows, I swear. I think that Death Scythe might actually be the hardest one in terms of getting multiple shots so that he can have a long fight scene. But I actually think Sandrock is the hardest because Sandrock like doesn't do anything. The fight that ends with it exploding and becoming
Sentient.
omniscient, or sentient. That's the word I'm looking for.
Goddamn, what a buff.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's not the Zero system, but that is like the only fight scene that he really gets until like the second half of the show. So making Sandrock look cool is a little difficult. Luckily, Arcatra doesn't often do cool things, so it's not that bad. But I wish that I could, make him look cooler for the Sandrock fans.
Oh, we gotta touch on this one, dude.
Okay.
From Lock On Stratos. Will Brutus make a cameo in Gundam Wing Abridged? No, that show's already done. But Mobile Suit Abridged Gundam Wing, I don't know. That's up to Gray. I'm not gonna force my doggy in there, and it is his doggy too, but it's primarily my doggy. We were gonna put him in the censored one, but I never got around to taking pictures, so we just used stock dogs instead.
Yeah, we use a stock dog. One of those dogs, when he says, "Want to pet my dog," was supposed to be Brutus, and I was on a time crunch, and I was like, you know what, I'll just pick this one, and Googled dog.
So hey, honest answer. Do you think you're gonna put Brutus in at some point?
Considering this Discord loves him, probably. I'm not sure where, but we do have the fact that Hiro is afraid of puppies, so maybe we'll do that. Maybe it'll be an Endless Waltz thing. Maybe right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple
more.
I can't remember what I was gonna say, so go on. I forgot.
This one from Hobbs. In the show, Sally Poe's voice actor is for some reason changed halfway through season 1 and stays that way through the rest of the series. Do you all plan to do something similar or reference this in the Abridged series, or do you guys love Iris Dragon enough to keep her as Sally?
We would die for Iris Dragon.
Yeah, Iris Dragon has become like a personal friend of ours now. After doing this show, I would never replace her unless like she didn't want to anymore. I think I will reference it possibly, but I'm not sure how. But we have no plans on changing from Iris. We love her.
Absolutely not. I can and will die for Iris Dragon.
I can and will. Okay, so I guess Blue, do you want to take the last one?
Okay, last one. I'm not sure which one. I'm going to scroll up a bit and see if I can find any other ones.
Like, there are multiple good questions, but we're getting close to an hour, so I'll save those for next time.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Here's a good one that I don't think we answered back in February. From Just Communication, what Oz unit is worth more points? The most points. Let's decide that right here and now, bud. What Oz suit is worth the most points?
The funny thing is, so I plan on actually at some point making a graph and determining points whenever all of the pilots start talking about their points again, but they haven't been together to start talking about that, so we have not done that yet. But I'm going to say the top point getter is Tallgeese. It has to be, right?
No. Oh, shit. What if Wu Fei actually gets a damn dub for once. And he gets the most because Noin suits are always colored different, but she rarely gets shot down. What if Noin suit is worth the most points? Her Ares.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's the quality of the pilot inside. So if it's just some nameless pilot, it's worth 1 point. If it's an intern, it's worth 2 points. If it's a main character, it's worth like 10 points.
Yeah, but how would they know? They don't know what interns are. We'll give this some. We'll give this some debate.
We will. We will. I will say that whenever the pilots all kind of get together again, we will be bringing the points back and having them talk about it. But that won't be in episode 10. We'll come up with a decisive list and we'll put it somewhere. Like, here's the list. You can do the math.
There's no. What?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I love when you guys, when our fans kind of do stuff that we didn't expect. For instance, the Heroes playlist.
Oh my god, that guy's a legend.
Yeah, someone. If you are in this server, please let us know because I want to give you a shout out. Someone on our YouTube comments actually compiled the entire list that is on the scroll up for Heroes effing playlist into a Spotify playlist. And I was just kind of floored because that happened within like an hour of it being put up. So that guy's a legend. I love him. If you are in here, please let us know so that I can like give you a gold star or something. But yeah, bring that back to the points. If someone actually like went through and tried to compile the amount of points that people got, I would be floored. That would be more work than I'm willing to put into it.
Here's one I think we got to touch on because we've joked this so much. I'm gonna say this is genuinely
last
last one. It's not even in the Q&A questions part. It's in chit chat. From Lock on Stratos. What is the difference between Gundam Wing Abridged and Mobile Suit Abridged Gundam Wing? Gray.
It's me being petty, but there was a Gundam Wing Abridged. I believe it was on Daily Motion like 10 years ago or so, and then there was Gundam Wing the Abridging. Which started shortly before we did, but I think ended after episode 3 because I haven't come back yet. We picked Mobile Suit Abridged in part to be different, but also because we wanted the option to do other Gundams after this and not just Gundam Wing. So I try and push Mobile Suit Abridged because I want that to carry on. If we want to do Mobile Suit Abridged G Gundam, Mobile Suit Abridged Turn A, Mobile Suit Abridged Double Zeta, like I would like to do that where we're just kind of known as Mobile Suit Abridged. So it's partly because we're petty and I like being funny that way, but also I do genuinely want to call it Mobile Suit Abridged because we want the option to do other mobile suits in the future, other mechas in the future, if we ever get to do that. If Bandai will let us do that.
If this becomes our job and the fucking stars align and Bandai's like, oh, you guys actually do some funny stuff. Here, make some stuff for us. That won't happen, but imagine.
It won't. Yeah, but if so, we want it to be Mobile Suit Abridged so that we can do more than just Wing. We like more than Wing. Wing is what we started with. It's our nostalgia, but yeah.
Bud.
What?
Gray.
What?
We gotta be on top of our game when we talk about the points. I need you to check Chit Chat and click a Google Docs link that has been posted by Grim. He's keeping track.
What? Oh my god! Oh my god! I love all of you. I love our fans. You guys are so great. Grim, you let me know what emoji you want in Discord and I will make it. You pick anything you want and I will put it in.
Oh my
I'm gonna have to reference this.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You win this Q&A. It wasn't me or Blue.
Yeah.
Grim wins.
The pressure's on. We clearly can't BS this.
Animate Grim doing something cool at the end of this.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, I'll try.
All right, I think that's a good place to end. We're now getting close to an hour, so thank you to everyone who came by. Remember that this is going to be bi-monthly now because we want to focus on other videos because basically Blue spends Blue spends the entire weekend making this to get it out by Monday, but we want to work on other things. So the next one will be in June, I guess. So anytime you want to leave questions, put them in as you think of them, and we'll answer it next time. There are a bunch in here that I really wanted to answer, but we don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure neither do you. So thank you so much for coming by. We will see you again very soon. The highlights for this will be up by probably Monday.
Maybe a little later, just so y'all know, just because we have a lot of, like, now that we have committed to moving, there's a lot of, like, house deep cleaning that needs to happen first and foremost. So hopefully I can get it done by Monday, but it might come up where I just like can't make it, if not Tuesday.
Yeah. But we also have other stuff in the pipeline, even though Mobile Suit Abridged episode 10 will be out in May. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. But we have other stuff in the pipeline to kind of keep things interesting on the channel until that comes out. Blue will be working on those so that I can work entirely on episode 10.
Oh yeah,
so
can I
we
say
hope that
what,
you guys will enjoy that.
Can I say what our next video is going to be? Because it's almost...
You know what? Sure. Go ahead.
We have a movie night Mondays that I'm going to say is sitting at probably a solid 70%. We got to record it, and then I got to do all the text edits like we do. But Bible Man is the next one that is almost done. I think it's really funny. It's probably going to be about 25-ish minutes, give or take. But yeah, that should be done sometime in like the next coming weeks. It's that close.
Yeah, we kind of begrudgingly grew up on that, and then we revisited it and kind of like, wow, this is terrible. Why don't we make fun of it? We started the script, before episode 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just kind of forgot about it, and then said about 6 months ago, I think, yeah, we'll come back to it, and then didn't, and now it was just kind of like, hey, you want to do this? Yeah, and then we sat down, finished up the script, and now it's like almost done. I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to be hilarious. So Movie Night Mondays is coming back.
Yeah!
Woo!
Okay.
All right.
So that's all.
Thank you very much for everyone who stopped by. Hope you have a safe and wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time.
Gray.
What?
I want Five Guys tonight, so I'm going to buy you burgers.
Okay, we're having Five Guys tonight. This...
Oh my god! Hi, Jack!
Hi, Paprika Jack. All right, the three of us are gonna have some Five Guys. This Q&A has been brought to you by Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
Have a nice day.
They didn't pay us. We just like the food.
Thank you for coming by.